I was adopted when I was 2 years old from South Korea. I came over here and I was raised by a white American family. Not being accepted because you are a South Korean and you're in a white neighborhood. Accepting yourself for who you are, and that's what makes you beautiful at the end of the day.
Hi everyone, I am Kristen Goss, founder and owner of KWG, Family Legal and Mediation Services. We are your knowledgeable, warm, and gracious attorneys. We help spouses divorce with civility, creating a legacy for themselves and those they love most. And today I have a great friend, colleague of mine, Rick Babyack, and going to tell you about him, and we're going to get into some great conversation in honor of Father's Day. So Rick, he has over 25 years of experience. He pours his passion for food into a mission to bring extraordinary flavors, quality ingredients, and top-tier service to the catering industry. He is the founder of Uniq Catering, and I am so excited to have you here today, Rick. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Kristen.
Of course, my pleasure, my pleasure. So my first question to you is why? We all have a story as to how we ended up getting into what we do. I know that your story is very personal, it's very inspiring, and I want you to share that with the audience.
Well, I started cooking at the age of 7 back in a small town in New Jersey, and it would be in the kitchen with my grandfather. So I always looked up to him, and I wanted to see what he was always doing. So he taught me how to make breakfast. So my first dish was like scrambled eggs, pancakes, and bacon in the kitchen, in my home kitchen in New Jersey with my grandfather.
Nothing like some scrambled eggs, bacon, and pancakes, all the best. Awesome, awesome. And so in honor of Father's Day, I know you're a father of 3 beautiful children, you're a husband, you're an entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit about that, as, you know, being a father, doing all the things.
I mean, that's your why, right? That's like the whole reason why you do what you do is the love for your family that you build, the trust that you gain, and to show them that hard work always pays off, and to give them a sense of responsibility at the end of the day. So raising 3 children's a challenge. The reason why I became an entrepreneur was because I was traveling during COVID, and it was hard to be home. I was up in Fort Myers from Pembroke Pines, Florida, and I had to travel, and getting phone calls asking when you're coming home from your daughter, and it's tough. So my wife was like, one day, she's like, you do this for everybody else for so long, why not take a chance on yourself? And I mean, it rang true, and I took a chance on myself, joined BNI, and here I am today. It took 5 years to build, but I feel this 5th year has really become that culmination, being able to join Powerhouse and help creating the environment that we are one of the best chapters in Broward County to this day, with an amazing leadership as the president, Kristen, and to be able to surround myself with like-minded individuals and professionals, and just being able to enjoy the meetings that we go to on a weekly basis, and just getting notoriety for the things that you do.
Absolutely. And I feel blessed and honored to have met you, and, being able to be part of BNI and Powerhouse in particular. Have personal experience, working with you. You catered for one of my daughter's golden year birthdays, turning 14, and the food is amazing, everyone. You definitely, if you have not tried Uniq Catering, you need to. The short ribs, barbecue jerk chicken, the list goes on. And so I know that your oldest son, he works with you sometimes as well? Yeah, because I remember him being there at Rachel's golden year birthday and helping you out. So it's great, I think, and I can imagine you as a father, passing it on to the next generation and the legacy that you're creating for your family. So.
I want to teach them the business, but I want them to be able to choose their own path. It's not about just taking over my business. I want them to see the foundation on how hard you have to work in order to create something that is, a legacy. Kind of, you're leaving your legacy, and you're really wanting them to understand that, no matter how much adversity that you go through, you got to keep working hard to accomplish the goals that you want, whether it be in business or whether it be, he likes playing games and anime and he wants to create video games, but, life's going to have its challenges. And I want him to know that it takes hard work and you got to work from the ground up in order to be successful.
Absolutely. That's a skill that, I wish that we would really pour into the next generation more, because it really, teaches you can pivot, you can be flexible, and the endurance and resilience that is needed, for sure. Is there anything additional that you want to share in regards to what you do as far as catering services and the services that you offer?
Pretty much, we cater to all types of individuals, any type of party, whether it be weddings, bar mitzvahs, sweet 16s, golden birthdays, cocktail receptions, corporate happy hours. So we're open to it. We curate our menu to what our clients' wants and needs are. So there's nothing too big or nothing too small that we wouldn't want to help you out with.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. And other than, what you did for me, I see you do a lot, Dominic's opening with his wife at their studio there. Just all the things you do. Just like every weekend is something new, birthday party, a wedding.
Yeah, we
amazing.
Finally did our first wedding this year. It was a great accomplishment. There's a lot of hard work that people don't really realize that goes into pulling off parties like that. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of logistics that you get to learn along the way. And to be able to have the bride and groom say everything was perfect because of you, that in itself paid for all that hard work on the back end.
For sure, for sure. And what I like about you, Rick, is you're very genuine. And what you see is what you get. You're very straightforward, very honest, and can appreciate that for sure. And if you don't mind, before we end and you tell the audience where they can find more information about you, your story. I know you have a documentary coming out soon. Go De Jesus Media, aka Johnny.
Yes, De Jesus. Go Johnny.
But if you can shed light on your story and the journey in regards to that with your background and all of that. I'm sure there's someone out there that would be able to resonate with you.
So the story goes, it's been a while in the making, just living life, being able to tell my story where I don't feel like it's so significant. I was talking to one of my friends on the way here, but people really actually resonate with it. And I was adopted when I was 2 years old from South Korea, and I came over here and I was raised by a white American family, and that diversity right there, as being a young child, you really get to see like what it is to be not being accepted by the white community all the time, not being accepted because you are a South Korean and you're in a white neighborhood. It's a difficult conversation that we have and that we grow up in. And, being a South Korean in a small white city and having to live up to, blonde hair, blue eyes is always, was the popular thing back then. And, that was what you were made to be beautiful. And then you would always want to be something that you're not. But as you get older, you get to learn about yourself, gain confidence, and accepting yourself for who you are, and that's what makes you beautiful at the end of the day. That's what, you have to learn that, but you have to be able to go through the motions. And I did. I was able to do that with the support of my wife that I met down here, just to learn about yourself and accept who you are, and being able to raise your kids in something that you never had to go through. They never had to go through is special, because you never want them to feel like they're different or they're, separated from everybody else. But you want to make sure that they understand that who they are and where they came from, and that it's okay to be different.
Yes, I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think differences is what makes the world go round. And this whole podcast, that's part of the theme, the civility wins. If we were kind and civil to each other, I think the world would be a better place for sure. And there's beauty, as I said earlier, in being different. And I love the fact of you saying, knowing and being confident in who you are and accepting where you come from. I think that is key, and that's important for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if the audience wants to hire you for your amazing services, where could they go to find out more information, and where could they go to reach out to you for your services?
So, word of mouth is always the best. I've got great people in the room right now. You can also find me on my website, which is uniq-catering.com. Also on Facebook and Instagram. So, and then you can also contact me via my cell phone, which is 786-210-4766. I will always pick up the phone.
Awesome. Thank you so much again for coming.
No, thank you, Kristen, for having me. I
appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Yes. So that's another episode of Civility Wins, the Family Law Edition. Again, I am your host, Kristen Goss. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Up next, we will have Renzo Barreto, a wealth advisor. He is going to be talking about mental health, about finances, all of the good things that we need to make sure that we are set up for success. So it's something you don't want to miss. We'll be back in a minute.